TikTok and cheeky Insta ads have made these products go viral. However, as a medicinal chemist with 4 years in industry, I would think twice before purchase. My name is Diana, and today I'm exposing 5 Christmas gifts I wouldn't buy this year. Not because they lack glamour, but because there are wiser and safer ways to spend your money for this Christmas. And let's dive in. While it's normal for you to want to keep some money in your pocket this Christmas, I can totally relate. Trust me, skincare minis is not where you want to cut the costs. Consumer data shows that the minis market is booming. However, broader consumer research shows that most buyers have started to do this thing called premiumizing. Basically, we are not buying to try anymore, but we're rather more focused on investing in a product that we know for sure it works. So unfortunately, gifting a pile of minis isn't quite the win that it used to be. A better approach would be to actually buy them the product that they really love in full-size format, and if that is too expensive because it can reach 90, 100 pounds quite easily, I would personally buy a gift card that can contribute towards it. Remember, the best gifts usually come from listening, not from guessing. Now, I have quite strong feelings about the next item, about as strong as it exfoliates. You see, potent acid mixes, such as alpha and beta hydroxy acids around the 20% level, were never actually meant to be used casually at home. Don't get me wrong, chemical peels are a miracle tool to improve acne scars and fine lines. Yet, high-strength home peel kits can cause irritation and burns if used incorrectly. This is why many dermatologists and the FDA warn against misusing them. As someone who has recently had a medical peel done in a professional environment, I can tell you, even with the experts, the process is still intense. They monitor your skin temperature, your reaction time, when to add the next chemical, and they will guide your aftercare with SPF or light moisturizer. Not to mention, a week before the peel, they will tell you what actives to remove from your skincare routine, and the week after the peel, they will also do the same. So that's as a bare minimum. Personally, I wouldn't gift a high-strength peel unless I knew someone's skin history and tolerance. There is just too much variation between individuals. On the other hand, gifting a spa day voucher or a relaxing facial voucher, well, this still shows you care without the chemical guesswork. And while we're on the topic of giving the gift of youth, I need to mention something that has basically exploded this year on social media. These are the red light face masks. Light therapy has solid science behind it. Think of light as waves, and waves of a certain length can penetrate into the dermis and boost collagen production, reduce inflammation, and support wound healing. So essentially, they are giving your skin cells a little energy boost. Listen, these can be amazing gifts if you buy a device that has been clinically tested and backed up by dermatologists. Remember, you want your loved ones to enjoy the skincare benefits that this device can provide, not turn into a Christmas decorations with straps. Now, market reports do show us that the barrier between beauty and wellness is thinning, but much as I love the next gift, it is still on my no-no list for Christmas purchases for very real scientific reasons. It looks harmless, it sounds fabulous, and it comes in shimmers that are pretty enough to actually bring sparkle to my life. However, the scientist in me is thinking in the background like, at what cost, my dears? So let's unwrap this one carefully. We're talking about dip powder nails. They became popular because they're super easy to use. You don't need a UV lamp to cure them. You just paint a clear liquid, dip it in the powder, you add a top coat at most, and you're done. You also don't need to spend any money at a salon, and they last as long as gels. However, the risks are carried in that clear liquid. It contains monomers, which are tiny chemical units that link together into polymers when they reach the moisture from your nail bed and from the air. The monomers in the dip systems are usually cyanoacrylates. This is a close cousin of superglue and medical glue. Once they reach moisture, these monomers will polymerize quite quickly. So that's not where the issue lies. The issue is in that clear liquid, because until it polymerizes, the monomer is very volatile. So that means that it will go from a liquid state to a vapor state very quickly. That means that before you finish your nails, you stand a really good chance of inhaling these cyanoacrylates. In fact, many users on Reddit and Facebook groups, they report symptoms such as dizziness or tiredness, or just feeling off during application. Some even call it a dip flu, although this is not a medical diagnosis, it's more of a community term. I felt that too when applying this, even with good ventilation, lab specs, and a face filter mask. So proper technique really does reduce some of the risk, but if I were you, I would not gift a dip kit to someone that doesn't have the necessary preparation to avoid inhaling cyanoacrylates. I would personally swap this gift for a nail voucher at a reputable nail salon, or I would gift non-volatile nail gifts such as a good cuticle oil, an anti-aging hand cream. Finally, let's talk glitter cosmetics, especially loose glitter for the eyes. In my first YouTube video, I detailed issues around microplastics and how even mica powder alternatives, they can pose an ethical issue if they are not sourced properly. But beyond the environmental angle, some glitters can pose an actual risk. You see, cosmetic grade glitter is designed to be fine and smooth to prevent scratching your cornea. However, there is a chance that if you buy an unregulated dupe, it may contain non-cosmetic glitter, which is known to have rougher edges. This can lead to irritation if the particle enters the eye and you start blinking, because yeah, we all blink. So this is not exactly the festive sparkle anyone hopes for, especially at Christmas dinner when everyone and their mom will have something to say about it. If I were you, I would choose a verified cosmetic grade shimmer palette, biodegradable glitter, or a product that contains lab-grown mica. Really, the world's your oyster when it comes to choices. Remember, the beauty industry is huge and formulas vary a lot. Some brands and products, they actually do an excellent job. This video is more about categories where the risks and uncertainties often outweigh the benefits for me. But most importantly, it's not about the gift, it's about the thought behind the gift. In this case, make sure no one thinks that you're out to burn their face down, destroy their eyeballs, or anything in between. And here's my video on glitters I think you should watch next. So see you soon.